Hi and welcome to our math walkthrough on Cambridge IGCSE Paper 3 58033. Question 1a. Write this number in figures. 1,302,596. Here you go. 1b. Two numbers are added together to give the number in the box immediately above. Complete the diagram. Here they are. Next, two numbers are multiplied together to give the number in the box immediately above. Complete the diagram. Here they are. Question 1c. Write these in order of size, starting with the smallest. For questions of this kind, it's best that you convert all of the numbers into decimals as they are easiest to compare. Do use the calculator as required. Question D. Work out 142 as a percentage of 304. The working should get us to 46.7%. Question E1. Find the highest common factor of 28 and 98. Identifying all the prime factors that are repeating, the highest common factor is 14. Question 2. Find the lowest common multiple of 28 and 98. The initial working is the same. Then you take on non-repeating prime factors to make up the lowest common multiple. Question 1f. The average distance from Earth to Mars is 2.25 times 10 to the power of 8 kilometers. A spaceship travels from Earth to Mars at an average speed of 5.8 times 10 to the power of 4 kilometers per hour. Find how long in hours the journey takes. The length of journey is its distance divided by speed. Question 2. Three quadrilaterals are shown on a 1 cm square grid. Write down the mathematical name of the shaded quadrilateral. It's a trapezium. Next, for the shaded quadrilateral, measure the perimeter. The sum of each of the lengths shown on the diagram will get you to 16. Next, work out the area. In this case, the area can be worked out using the formula of a trapezium or by summing the area of the rectangle and a triangle. 2c. Describe fully the single transformation that maps the shaded quadrilateral onto the quadrilateral A. It is a translation by the vector -9, -8. Next, do this for quadrilateral B. It is a 90-degree clockwise rotation with its center at 0, 0. 2d. On the grid, reflect the shaded quadrilateral in the line x equal 1. The red line represents x equals 1, and the blue quadrilateral is when it's reflected against this line. Next, enlarge the shaded quadrilateral by scale factor half with center at -1, 0. We start by plotting the blue circle for the center -1, 0. Next, we plot a red circle at half the distance between the blue circle and one corner of the quadrilateral. We repeat this for all four corners. The red circles now newly represent the four corners of the required quadrilateral. Question 3. The music teacher at a school forms an orchestra. The instruments in the orchestra are 36 string, 15 woodwind, and 12 brass. Write the ratio string, woodwind, brass in its simplest form. In the first instance, you should have a ratio of 36 to 15 to 12. And by dividing each with its highest common factor, you should arrive at a ratio of 12 to 5 to 4. 3b. The 36 string instruments are violins, cellos, and double basses in the ratio of 9 to 2 to 1. Show that the number of violins is 27. You do this by taking the part representing the violin, which is 9, the whole being the sum of all the ratios, and multiply this by the number of string instruments. You should arrive at the answer 27. Next, work out the number of cellos and the number of double basses. The math should get you to 6 and 3 respectively. Next, the 15 woodwind instruments are oboes, flutes, and clarinets. 20% of these instruments are oboes. There are twice as many flutes as clarinets. Find the number of flutes. The number of oboes is 3, being 20% of 15. With the remaining number of instruments being 12, it should lead us to the number of flutes being at 8. Question 3D. Of the 12 brass instruments, a third are trumpets, 3 are trombones, and the remainder are horns. Find the number of horns. The number of trumpets is 4, being a third of 12. The number of trombones is given. Therefore, the number of horns is a simple maths calculation. Question E. The music teacher needs to buy all instruments for the orchestra. Complete the table. The cost column is purely the product of the number of instruments and the price of each instrument. Next, find the total cost of all instruments. This would be the total for the numbers on the cost column. Question 3F. The school is given 65% of the total cost of all the instruments. Find how much more money is needed. It would be 35% of the total cost of all instruments. Question 4a. Complete the table of values for the equation y equals 5 plus 2x minus x squared. By inserting x of the unknown y's into the equation, we should be able to come to the answers in blue. Next, on the green, draw the graph of y equals 5 plus 2x minus x for the stated range. You can do this by taking the numbers from the table as coordinates to plot as a dot on the graph. Then join each of the successive dots with a line. Question 4c. On the green, draw the line of symmetry. This is the vertical blue line on the graph. Next, write down the equation of the line of symmetry. The vertical line is x equals 1. Next, use your graph to find the solutions of the equation. Here, you identify the value of x on the line when its y is 4. Next, on the grid, draw a line from the coordinates minus 1, 2 to coordinates 1, 6. As in the graph on the left, just plot a straight line across the two stated coordinates. Next, find the equation of this line in the form of y equals mx plus c. With m, the gradient of the line being 2, and c, where the line intersects the y-axis, being 4, y is equals to 2x plus 4. Question 5. The scale drawing shows the play area ABCDE. The scale is 1 centimeter, representing 3 meters. Find the actual distance h in meters. Here, h is 3 times what is measured. Next, find the actual area of the triangle CDE. Here, we'll measure the distance L, scale it appropriately, and use the formula for the area of the triangle to arrive at the solution. Next, a straight path crosses the play area from C to AB. It is equidistant from CB and CD. Using a straight edge and compasses only, construct the path and show all your construction arcs. The construction arcs are shown in blue in the diagram. This is the same as splitting the angles DCB by half. Next, there is a circular pool in the play area. The pool has a diameter of 8 meters. Calculate the circumference of the pool. Here you apply the 2 pi r formula for circumference. Next, find the area of the pool. Here we apply the formula pi r squared. Question 6a. In the diagram, ABC is a straight line. AD is parallel to BE, and the angle BAD is 34, and AB is equals to BD. Complete the statements. P is 34 degrees because ABD is an isosceles triangle. Q is 34 degrees because P and Q are alternate angles. Next, work out the value of R and the value of S. Knowing that all internal angles of a triangle sum to 180, R is 112. Likewise, S can be calculated as 56 degrees. Next, find the value of T and give a reason for your answer. T is 34 degrees because T and 34 degrees are corresponding angles. Question 6b. In the diagram, B and D are points on the circumference of a circle, center O. AC is a straight line touching the circle at B only, and B is a straight line through O. Complete the statement. Angle ABD is 90 degrees because AC is a tangent line to the circle at B. Question 7. The graph shows part of a train journey between station A and C. Calculate in kilometers per hour the speed of train between station A and B. Speed is distance represented by the y-axis divided by time represented by the x-axis. Next, the train leaves station B at 1440. For how many minutes did the train stop at station B? Looking at duration at which the graph is flat, it shows 10 minutes. Next, the train travels at a constant speed between station B and station C, arriving at 1520. Complete the travel graph for the journey between station B and station C. The blue line on the graph is the required plot. Next, on which part of the journey was the train traveling faster? The line is steeper in the first half of the journey, therefore the train is traveling faster between station A and station B. Question 7b. Another train leaves station C at 12:45. It travels to station A at a constant speed of 62 km per hour without stopping at station B. Work out how long in hours and minutes this journey takes. The length in time can be calculated by dividing distance with speed. Next, write down the time this train arrives at station A. It is 15:15. Next, on the grid, show the journey of this train. The added blue line represents the journey of this train. Next, find the distance from station A when the two trains pass each other. This is where the two lines intersect. Referring to its y-axis, it indicates 60 kilometers. Question 8. Kyung records the number of people in each of the 24 cars on Wednesday. His results are as shown below. Complete the frequency table. You may use the tally columns to help you. Having completed the frequency table, it is worth validating that the sum of the numbers under the frequency column is the same as the original count of records. Next, write down the node. It is 1, being the highest frequency. Next, work out the range. This is obtained from the difference between the highest and the lowest. Next, work out the median. The frequency being an even number, the median is the average between the 12th and 13th number after the numbers are being laid in an ascending order. Next, calculate the mean. The mean is the sum of product for each row divided by the total frequency. Next, one of these cars is chosen at random. Find the probability that the number of people in this car is 4. It is 5 out of the total of 24. Question 8b. Kyung also records the number of people in each of the 24 cars on Saturday. The table shows the results. On the grid, complete the bar chart to show these results. Here they are. Next, write down one comparison between the frequency tables in part A1 and part B. There will be many answers to this question. Here's one example. Question 9. Mr. Razif travels by bus from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur with his wife and 4 children. Work out how much Mr. Razif saves if he buys a family ticket and 1 child ticket rather than 6 individual tickets. The difference between the two is $23. Next, the bus leaves Singapore at 12:40 and arrives in Kuala Lumpur at 17:35. Work out in hours and minutes the time this journey takes. By subtracting the two timings, it should get to 4 hours and 55 minutes. Next, Mr. Razif changes some dollars in Malaysian ringgits. He receives 318 ringgit when the exchange rate is 1 to 4.24 ringgit. Work out how many dollars he changes. By dividing 318 with 4.24, we should know that the number of dollars changed is 75. That's all for this walkthrough. You can refer to our various segments of Quick Math should you wish to brush up your math before starting on another one of our walkthroughs.